Hey guys, good morning. This is Miss Truelove, and just coming to you today with we've been looking at almost a month now out of school, but we're just pressing on doing what we got to do. Today I have a lesson on sentence fragments and run-on sentences. It's one of those other areas that's not in the main things that people have missed on the tape, but it yet is one that enough people had that as a non-proficiency that we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and just address it and move on. So hopefully we won't have anybody that will have non-proficiencies in this area. So let's just move on with our lesson. The first thing we need to see is what exactly is a sentence fragment. A sentence fragment is a group of words that doesn't state a complete thought. Sometimes a fragment is missing a subject, sometimes it's missing a verb. Other times a fragment has a subject and a verb, but the thought is just not complete. Let's look at a couple of examples of sentence fragments. See, we got the very first sentence fragment ever is up at the top of our page in this little comic. It said, "Hey, don't." And even though we know what he's saying, "Hey, don't" about, the word, he should have said, "Hey, don't club me in the head." But that was the world's first sentence fragment up there at the top. Examples are, "Took the medication," "My mom and dad," "A girl crying in the bathroom." None of those give us complete thought. They're all missing an important piece of information, an important component of the sentence. So let's look at those same sentences and then let's correct them. So when we look at "took the medication," what's missing there? We're missing the subject there. So we can see if we come over here to the corrected sentence side, Steve took the medication. So now we know the subject, and then we have our predicate. We know what the action is. Steve took the medication. Then let's look at "my mom and dad." My mom and dad, we have the subject given to us there, but we don't know what mom and dad did. So in this case, in the first sentence, we were looking for the subject. In this one, we're looking for the predicate. We're looking for the action. So my mom and dad brought me a new car. I thought at first it said bought me a new car, but we'll take either one, won't we? We'll take them if they brought it to us or they bought it for us. We want that new car. But now we know what they did. We know what mom and dad did. They brought me a new car. So, so we know what the subject is and we know what the action is. And then in the third example, "a girl crying in the bathroom." A girl is crying in the bathroom. So we know exactly what she's doing now. A girl is crying in the bathroom. We know what we just give that word a being of the word is, saying the girl is crying in the bathroom. If you just came to me and said, "Girl crying in the bathroom," I could kind of figure it out, but a girl is crying in the bathroom, or I just need more information to make that a complete sentence, a complete thought. So let's look over here at run-on sentences. What exactly is a run-on sentence? A run-on sentence is where two or more sentences are put together without the correct punctuation or capitalization. And the reader just can't tell where one sentence ends and the next one begins. And, when we talk, a lot of times I think we talk and run on sentences. And so it makes it easy or acceptable, people think, to write as we talk, but that's not necessarily the truth. For good grammar, we wouldn't use run-on sentences. So let's look at some run-on sentences right here. Raphael is watching television. His sister is going skating. So we see basically this is a run-on sentence. We got Raphael is watching television. His sister is going skating. It's just two different concepts going on at the same time. It's two sentences that are put together. One sentence is talking about Raphael, and one is talking about his sister. And there's no punctuation between the two sentences. There's no capital letter to show where one sentence ends and the next one begins. And so that would be considered a run-on sentence. Let's go ahead and correct that run-on sentence. Raphael is watching television. His sister is going skating. So what we need to do is we need to break it up and form two sentences. So we're going to take the first thought and we're going to say Raphael is watching television. And that's specifically what he's doing. And then we're going to write a period and start our second sentence. And his sister is going skating. So we write two sentences. Or we can also use a conjunction or a connector word to connect the two sentences and say Raphael is watching television and his sister is going skating. Or but. You can use and or but. Any of those connector words would have been fine to connect those two sentences and allow it to not be a run-on sentence. So in general, that's what we're going to be looking at, is just looking at making sure that each sentence is able to stand on its own, that we don't have two sentences that are just joined together, just running on and not making a lot of sense, putting correct punctuation, correct capitalization in. When we do them, also making sure if we're using conjunctions, which I didn't go into this, but making sure we're watching our commas and our comma usage and things of that nature. This was a shorter lesson than most, but nevertheless, it's just an area that we needed to touch on, and so I will leave you with just these things, that there are lessons posted on IXL that I will put for to address fragmented sentences and run-on sentences. So look for those. You can find those by going to the Google Classroom and see where they've been assigned there. You can also just go to IXL.com and enter your password, which is your first name plus the number 1 at JobCorps. No .org place there, just your name. So mine will be Kathy1 at JobCorps, and then our password is Joyful1. If you need to have some additional practice, if you need to contact me, there's many different ways you can contact me during this time. You can contact me at truelove.catherine@jobcorps.org, or you can reach me at reading1gjcc@gmail, or you can pop me a message on the Facebook on our Gadsden Bulldogs page, and I will make sure I answer it. Or you can just contact your counselor or any other person that you know that's affiliated with the Job Corps that would have access to reaching me. And I will be glad to answer your questions about school, or if you're just feeling down and you're having a rough time and you need someone to talk to, we want to be there for you. And so if you feel the need to reach out, if not to me, to someone else, because this is a difficult time and we all need each other. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I hope everybody stays well, and be good. Because if not, you're going to be in trouble. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.